Hello, hello. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Just Learn It. We're currently in Krakow, Poland, and today we're talking about how to manage a Facebook group. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Please type them in the comments and just feel free to ask anything. And if you share this video, I'm going to give you a bonus. Click the share button and you share this to get a bonus PDF, Facebook group best practices. All right, share this and type in the comments that you shared it so that I know who to send the PDF to. And we'll, of course, double check and make sure you actually shared it. Okay, so today we're talking about this topic over here, how to manage a Facebook group. Well, Facebook has a huge impact, right? It has a huge impact on the entire world. That's the world. It has a huge impact on the entire world. Facebook currently has over 2 billion users. Okay, so it's the biggest social network. It's the #1 way to reach people online right now. It's all with Facebook. Even though there's like this Facebook scandal and everything, Facebook is still the #1 way to reach people online. Another thing about Facebook is that they own 2 other huge social network or tools. They own Instagram and they own WhatsApp. That's the symbol for WhatsApp. All right, so they also own these 2 aside from the Facebook platform. They have over 2 billion users and they're the #1 way to reach people online, which is very important for businesses. Okay, so if we're talking about businesses here, let's say that we have a business, and some of you here have your own business. Some of you are working for other people's businesses, have clients who are businesses. Let's say that you have a business and you want to reach the Facebook users, then you do so using several different tools that Facebook has for you to choose from. There are Facebook pages, right? There are Facebook pages. There are Facebook ads, and there are Facebook groups. Okay. So Facebook pages right now, you know, in when it first started, you know, maybe how long ago? It was a long time ago, like maybe 8 years ago or further than that. You could post on your page and get people to see them. But nowadays, when you post on a Facebook page, very few people will see your post. Very few people will interact with your post. And nowadays, if you really want people to see your post, then you have to run Facebook ads. Oh, let me just erase the I here. It says FBI. Okay, there we go. You would need to run Facebook ads, which cost money, right? Which cost a lot of money. And the other thing here we have is Facebook groups. Okay, so Facebook groups. So we're going over here into Facebook groups. And from the word groups are, you know, these are communities. Facebook groups are communities. These are, you know, several different people in one group. And these are usually people who have similar interests, similar hobbies, similar work, similar like TV shows and so on, right? Are you guys parts of Facebook groups? Let me know, like, how many Facebook groups are you? Like, are you part of more than 5 Facebook groups? And there are even, another thing, like buy and sell groups are very, very popular. So there are many different communities, but they're all around like a single thing you have in common. Like for interests, there's a cat lovers group, there's a dog lovers group, there's a Xbox lovers group, you know, there are different hobbies, different work, different TV shows. So these Facebook groups serve as communities. And in the past, these communities were on things such as forums and, you know, chat groups. And even if you go back further, there's like IRC chats. You know, this is where the communities used to hang out, but now it's all about Facebook groups. So now if we're thinking, why do you need Facebook groups? Why Facebook groups? Okay. Well, when you have Facebook groups, a huge benefit of Facebook groups is that you get visibility. Okay, you also get engagement. And let me talk about these points over here. So earlier, I mentioned that when you have a Facebook page and you post something on the Facebook page, not a lot of people will see it. The visibility is very low, usually around 1 to 2%. If you have a Facebook page, that's the normal visibility. But if you're running a Facebook group, you get a lot higher visibility. Depending on the post, you could get 10% and higher, all the way to something like 70% visibility on posts in a Facebook group. Also, there's engagement because, you know, people like being part of communities, right? People like being with other people. We are social creatures. So when we find people with the same likes, with the same hobbies, with the same interests, we engage more with them. And if we're talking about business here, if you have a, you know, maybe a cat lovers group, and how do you draw a cat? If you have a cat lovers group and you have multiple people who love cats, right? And then, you know, you make a post like, what's your favorite cat breed? You know, you ask them, what's your favorite cat breed? These people in the cat lovers group they're going to be very engaged when talking about cats, versus if you're trying to ask this question just to the general public. Not many people like cats, so they're just going to ignore it. And Facebook really loves it when posts have engagement. So Facebook's going to see not a lot of people engage, so it's not going to show it to a lot of people, and your visibility is going to be very low. Okay. Once again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want to get the bonus PDF with best practices for Facebook group, just share this and type that you shared this. Type in the comments below, shared. All right. Okay. So this is why Facebook groups really work, because Facebook groups work because Facebook likes groups. They themselves like you to use groups. They want you to use groups. They want you to be a part of these different communities. So the posts in Facebook groups are definitely going to show up in the news feed. Okay, so let's see, what's important with Facebook groups? What's important? Important is in a group, you have to engage the members of a group. Okay, the posts, the discussions should be something around the topic that the group likes. So in line with that, the group must be specific. It must be specific, and the more specific a group is, the more effective it is. Rather than if you have a community of people, you know, you just say, hey, this is my Facebook group, it's called People. Yeah, no one's going to join that. It's not very interesting. But if you have a Facebook group that is people who hate cats. Okay, we're going in the other direction here. People who hate cats. You know, you're going to have people who join this group because they're going to say, you know, I got scratched by a cat one time, I got attacked by a cat, and they're going to join this Facebook group. Compared to if you just have a Facebook group which is general for people. So the more specific, the better that the more engaged that the people in the group are going to be. Some other important things in Facebook groups is you want to make sure that when you have a Facebook group that you take out the trash. That's a trash can over here. That you take out the trash. What I mean by that is there are a lot of fake profiles out there. There are a lot of spammers, and there are a lot of people trying to sell something on that join Facebook groups. And if you're managing a Facebook group, you want to keep these people out. You want to delete these comments. You want to ban these people so that they don't mess up with the actual people of your Facebook group. And part of screening and taking out the trash is with screening questions. Facebook nowadays allows Facebook groups to ask certain questions. So you can have questions that screen out the people joining the group to make sure that those who shouldn't be in the group do not join the Facebook group. Okay, so now if you're talking about freelance jobs around Facebook groups. Who of you here, let me know in the comments, who of you here is a freelancer that manages or that does things in Facebook groups or for Facebook groups? Or maybe Facebook pages or Facebook ads. Let me know in the comments. Type it in the comments just to tell me, just so that we can have an idea. So there are different kinds of freelance jobs for Facebook, freelancers that manage Facebook groups. There are virtual assistant jobs, which is, the most common. This is the most common kind of job that lets you manage a Facebook group. The virtual assistant jobs, because you're doing different tasks for a business, including managing a Facebook group. Another kind of freelance job that helps you manage Facebook groups are Facebook managers. And Facebook managers usually manage not only the group, but also manage the Facebook page. They manage the comments, the messages, the replies, and so on from the Facebook page. And as a freelancer, what do you do? What do you do as a Facebook group manager? If you're asked by a client, by a company to manage a Facebook group, what is it exactly that you're going to do? Well, I've divided this into two categories. The first category, which is the easier category of thing for you to do, is manage the group itself, manage the members, manage the posts, manage replies, and basically, take out the trash like we talked about earlier. Keep out those spammers, keep out those people who are trying to sell something. The second category of work that you do for Facebook groups, which is the more complicated category, is brainstorming, things like creative and engaging posts. And this is coming up with strategies, coming up with different ways for creativity and engagement to engage the members of the Facebook group. So these are like the two levels of work that somebody can do as a freelancer for companies. All right. Okay, so that really is the bulk of our discussion. Now, one thing, like I mentioned earlier, most of the jobs that you get that's related to Facebook groups will be around virtual assistant jobs, right? And if you're watching this right now and you don't know what virtual assistant jobs are, we do have the free course that teaches you about virtual assistant jobs called freevacourse.com. So you might want to check that out. It's freevacourse.com. If you haven't enrolled in that yet, it's a free course that teaches you the basics of virtual assistant stuff. Okay, let's see. Doesn't look like we have any questions here. Do you guys have any questions regarding this topic? It doesn't look like you guys have any questions shared. Thank you for sharing. Let's see who has shared this while we're waiting for questions. Let me see who has shared this. Johanna has shared it. Annie has shared it. Anna has shared it. Thank you. Kessa, thank you for sharing. Ken, yes, thank you for sharing. Joanna, Maddie, thank you for sharing. Okay. Good afternoon, Chris, Elizabeth. All right. Good afternoon, Joycelyn. Joycelyn, thank you for sharing. Jing, meow. Do you like cats, Jing? Rain, thank you for sharing. Ives. Okay. Mari Paz, thank you for sharing. Jerica, thank you for sharing. Marikar, thank you for sharing, guys. Thank you so much for sharing this. Let me see if I can turn on the camera, because I'm unable to turn the camera here. Oh, okay, there we go. I do have the camera on now. Okay, there we go. All right. But let me go back into Facebook here. Just make sure, yeah, if you guys have any questions, do let me know. And then I got logged out of Facebook, so just give me a moment here so that I can get back to it and see what questions you guys have here. Videos. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. It doesn't seem like you guys have any additional questions. Right? It doesn't seem like you guys have any questions. Yeah, I still have a couple of minutes left from Joanna. Can I just share posts which I think are relevant from other pages to my Facebook page? Okay, this isn't about groups, right, Joanna? But you want to know if you can share posts which are relevant from other pages to your Facebook page. Yes, that's called cross posting, or content curation. Is when you have content curation. That's the common term for this, is when you share other people's content, share others' content on your own Facebook page. And if you think it's relevant to the people on your Facebook page, if it's relevant to your audience, then you can go ahead and just share it. Yeah, so yes, the short answer to that is yes. All right. Well, while we're waiting for questions, I've been producing like vlogs lately, like travel vlogs, and if you want to watch them, you can just go to jason.ph/YouTube. So this is where the travel vlogs are. jason.ph/YouTube, and you can check them out there. From James, what's the best time posting on Facebook page? So the best time to post is when the people, the audience of a Facebook page is online. So it depends. When are they most online? Are they people who go to work? Are they people who stay at home? So when you understand what kind of people is your audience, then you will be able to answer that question. But when they are online, so you can see during lunchtime, people go online, or after work, which is like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., depending on what time zone you're following. Yeah, so whenever they're online. Rain, how can I promote more engagement? Well, if you're talking about like Facebook groups and Facebook pages, you have to create posts that people like, that people will engage with. And one thing you can do is look at the posts of other people and see what have a lot of likes, what have a lot of comments, what have a lot of shares, and then create posts similar to that. Okay, so you see what other people are doing and what's working, and then just try to follow them. If you don't know what to do, just try and do similar things. Of course, don't copy and paste the same post. But just the idea of what they're doing, you can do it as well. Kristen, how to promote a new group that you created? You can actually run Facebook ads and have them link to a Facebook group. That's possible. That's one thing you can do. Or if you or your client has an existing audience, they have people on a newsletter, on a mailing list, then you can tell them to join the Facebook group and then come up with campaigns to boost up the Facebook group. Oh, Kristen, there's another question. Last minute question. Is it safe to set it to public so they see the post? Yes, you can. Well, the group or the post. If you set a group to public, that means anyone can join and anyone can see the posts. I prefer creating private groups so that you have more control over who joins the group. But if you're talking about Facebook posts, if you want more people to see it, then you can set it to public. The privacy, if it's something more personal, you don't want the public to see, then you can set it to friends only or to private or to visible to only specific people. Okay, that seems to be it. We don't seem to have any further questions. Once again, if you do want to get that bonus PDF, which is the best practices for Facebook groups, please share this and type in the comments that you did share it. Type shared, and if you want to get started, working from home, check out the freevacourse.com. Oh, there's another last question here. In Pages, there's this thing boost and needs payment. How does Facebook boost a page? I hope my question is relevant. Your question is about Facebook Pages, but it's okay. When you boost a post, okay, usually you can boost a post or you can boost a page. You see how those sponsored on Facebook, usually we see those Facebook ads, those sponsored posts, and that's when you boost it, you come up in as a sponsored post or as a Facebook ad. So that's what the payment is for. There are different ad rates, and we won't dive into that now because that's very complicated. But the boost would make your post or your Facebook page come up as an ad. Okay, and if you wanted to learn more about that, you may want to study Facebook ads. Rain, how often should I post in my group? Some people say once a day, but it really depends on how engaged your group is. You don't want for them to get bored because you're posting so much. So if you can do that every day or every few hours, create posts and have a lot of people engage with it, then you're free to do so. But some people say like once a day or like a couple of times a week. There's no exact answer to that. Depends on how engaged your members are. All right, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying on. And once again, if you shared this and comment shared, you're gonna get a free PDF bonus, best practices for Facebook groups. I will see you again. Goodbye, everybody.